The San Francisco-based blockchain payment firm Ripple has been shortlisted as a technology partner for another pivotal central bank digital currency endeavor. By the way, ICBLA has honored John Deaton, a pro-XRP lawyer and managing partner of the Deaton Law firm, with the prestigious Defender of Freedom Award. Moreover, can the charts determine XRP's future price? Finally, can Ripple's win play a vital role either for or against in the Coinbase case? Stick with me till the end to find out more. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced today at the end of the video. Specifically, the National Bank of Georgia has taken a significant step forward in its digital GEL pilot project plans. The bank shortlisted Ripple alongside 8 other firms as a potential technology partner in its second CBDC project testing phase. Ripple's CBDC advisor, Anthony Welfare, took to the X platform to share the development with the crypto community. In an official statement, the NBG conveyed its intention to proceed with its CBDC project. The bank unveiled its intent to establish a limited access live pilot environment. According to the statement, the environment will serve as a testing ground to evaluate the technological capabilities of the CBDC system. It will also evaluate its potential applications through a series of use cases. The NBG expressed excitement at the milestone, noting that it had undergone extensive research and meticulous evaluation phases. As a result, the NBG disclosed 9 firms have exhibited the requisite technological prowess and relevant experience to participate in the pilot endeavor. Ripple Labs was identified among the 9 firms with relevant experience, capability, and desire to proceed with the bank's CBDC move. Recall that Ripple's Vice President for CBDC engagement, James Wallace, recently disclosed that Ripple was actively communicating with at least 30 countries to use their CBDC solution. While the countries' identities are not all public, it was reported that some countries where Ripple is actively collaborating for CBDC pilot stages. They include the Republic of Palau, Montenegro, Bhutan, Hong Kong, and Colombia. Meanwhile, the National Bank of Georgia noted that it remains open to various technological solutions that the selected companies can offer at this juncture. The bank clarified that it is not tied to any specific technology as it maintains a technologically agnostic stance while progressing with the digital GEL project. After the selection stage is successful, the NBG will identify a single technology partner to advance to the pilot phase. Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Pro-XRP lawyer John Deaton has reacted to being honored with the Defender of Freedom Award by the International Congress of Blockchain Legal Advisors. For context, ICBLA announced the development in a press release published on September 25th. The organization noted that the Defender of Freedom Award is an accolade dedicated to celebrating individuals and entities for their remarkable efforts to uphold freedom in the crypto community. ICBLA called attorney Deaton a truly deserving recipient whose visionary strategy helped enable digital asset owners to intercede against SEC's enforcement actions. Furthermore, the organization highlighted Deaton's contribution in the SEC versus Ripple case, stating that the impact of his intervention was seen after the judge cited his amicus brief in the summary judgment. It is interesting to note that the Defender of Freedom Award comes with a $5,000 cash prize. Reacting, attorney Deaton gave his acceptance speech on the X platform, emphasizing that he received the award on behalf of the 75K XRP holders. He also recognized tech journalist Naomi Brockwell, who gave him permission to use her name and example in court against the government in the LBRY case. The prominent crypto advocate recounted how 12,600 XRP holders, which subsequently surged to 75,000, joined him in filing a motion to intervene in the Ripple case as actual defendants. What we had asked for had never been done in an SEC enforcement action. Never had thousands of investors petition a court to be sued, he said. Although the judge denied the motion to intervene, she granted amici curiae status to XRP holders, Deaton said. Deaton highlighted how XRP holders made a difference in the case. Out of the 3K exhibits submitted in the case, the judge only cited a few dozen, including the XRP holder affidavits. Furthermore, Deaton mentioned that the SEC made a big deal out of the LBRY ruling. According to him, the agency argued that the LBRY judge declared LBC a security and did not distinguish secondary market sales made independent of the company. However, with Brockwell's permission, Deaton challenged and won the argument against the SEC. The LBRY judge clarified on January 30th that his ruling only applied to LBRY's direct sales of LBC, adding that the decision is not applicable to secondary market transactions. Judge Annalisa Torres cited the LBRY verdict in her summary judgment decision in the Ripple lawsuit. Meanwhile, Attorney Deaton said XRP holder affidavits would not have been cited in the Ripple case if XRP holders did not stand and fight for themselves. He added that if Naomi had not permitted him to represent her in the LBRY case, Judge Torres would not have referenced the ruling in her summary decision. Without all of them, my efforts would have been a fart in the wind. So when I accepted this great award, I accepted it on behalf of all of them, he added. Furthermore, in a recent tweet, Aljarrah argued that chart patterns do not solely determine the price of XRP. He expressed that XRP's price is instead a reflection of the prevailing market forces. In his words, the price of XRP has nothing to do with charts. It's a reflection of market forces. Notably, Aljarrah took to X to express this sentiment in response to a post predicting a 1,160% surge in XRP's price following market analysis. In contrast, Aljarrah contended that XRP's value will appreciate to meet the demand of the global monetary system rather than what the market chart suggests. Specifically, Aljarrah stated that the demand for fast and affordable payment solutions is expected to intensify in the face of global monetary system uncertainties and narrowing access to liquidity. Therefore, he asserted that as this demand escalates, the value of XRP will inevitably need to rise to meet the increased requirements. Some crypto market participants presented counterarguments in response to Versan Aljarrah's perspective on XRP's price and market forces. One user acknowledged Aljarrah's emphasis on market forces but highlighted the merits of using charts as well. According to the commenter, charts serve as a valuable tool because they incorporate the actions of countless individuals involved in buying and selling. Moreover, he claimed charts effectively aggregate millions of market participants' collective knowledge, experience, and wisdom. The commenter believes that collective wisdom surpasses what any single individual can suggest about XRP's price. In their opinion, charts offer a real-time, live-streaming representation of market forces, providing insight into the dynamic interactions within the market. Another crypto enthusiast echoed a similar sentiment: don't charts reflect market forces? Specifically the collective greed and fear of the market. Notably, chart analysts have reasoned that XRP will be in double digits in the coming months. They concluded by observing the historical patterns that played out prior to XRP reaching its previous all-time high. Now to the big question of the day: can Ripple One play a vital role either for or against in the Coinbase case? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong has underlined how the recent ruling in favor of Ripple against the United States SEC helps his company. Recall that the SEC sued Coinbase on June 5th, alleging that the company operates an unregistered securities exchange and that its staking offering constituted unregistered securities under U.S. laws. However, the SEC has since then lost a related case against Ripple, where the judge ruled that secondary sales of XRP did not constitute securities transactions. Referring to that ruling, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said in a recent CNBC interview that it helps his company's course of defense. The CEO was speaking on the same day on which Coinbase held a landmark Stand with Crypto event in Washington, D.C. Responding to questions on the progress of Coinbase lawsuit against the SEC, Brian Armstrong noted that his company feels very confident about the case. That confidence, according to Brian Armstrong, comes from recent court cases in which 3 different judges found that certain cryptocurrencies were not securities. The Coinbase CEO singled out Ripple's case and another one involving the infamous Terraform Labs. For example, in the Ripple and the Terraform case, the judge ruled that the underlying assets themselves were not securities. That's an important fact in our case as well, the Coinbase CEO said during his interview. Admittedly, the finding that certain cryptocurrencies are not securities would effectively cancel out the SEC's arguments that Coinbase operates an unlicensed securities exchange by letting customers trade the assets. In effect, the law does not mandate that the exchange be registered with the SEC, contrary to the agency's claims. Despite expressing dissatisfaction at the SEC's regulation by enforcement approach, Brian Armstrong spoke favorably about the need for clear regulations for the crypto industry. According to the Coinbase boss, such rules would help protect crypto investors against bad actors, as evidenced by the FTX collapse. Coinbase CEO also said it would have been better if the regulator had published clear rules and engaged in a rulemaking process as the law requires. Such laws would have been easier for crypto-related companies to follow. It could also have prevented the current scenario where courts have to come in to provide regulatory clarity before the U.S. Congress, Brian Armstrong concluded on the subject. Now we are going to say the winner of the 200 XPR. The winner is on screen. Congratulations. And if you haven't won, don't worry, we will have a giveaway just like this one on October 15th. So we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, like the video and don't forget to subscribe. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also share this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.